Hello, this is my English speaking practice, and I'm talking about my personal development. And today, this is my last stream for Unity tutorial because this project is I'm planning I will publish this game. So I want to hide my game implementations and game rules and stuff. So this is my last stream. And additionally, I'm beginner of Unity development, so I feel like it's a little bit complicated, difficult for me. So it's also difficult to explain something in Unity development. So tomorrow I want to start new topics in my stream. Yeah, so I will continue stream itself, but I will change the topics, right? Yeah. But this is my last stream for Unity development, so I want to show you my current applications. This is the scene, and I've worked on the network features because this is the online board game, turn-based game, so it needs to connect each other. And yesterday I succeeded to connect each other and synchronize the game state. So in this architecture, there is no need to run a server because the one can behave as a host. So I push the button of start host. So this client behaves as a host, and in this I will start client. So the game is started and the host can place the creature, and it's synced to client, and in this case like this. Yeah, but there are some bugs. The color is not good. Yeah, and and the turn should be switched, but I think the player 2 can place consequence consecutively. Yeah, the player can place the creature consecutively, so this is not good. And this is about the turn bug, and I also have to check about the process for layer capture check, and highlight. Yeah, because maybe there is there are some layers in this on this cell, so the color is close to purple. It comes from red and blue. Red and blue highlight makes it purple. Yeah. So I cannot. I've not implemented the game feature. But it's time to finish this stream. Okay. Okay, so today I was planning I will stream about Unity development today, but I want to work on a new topic. New topic. Yeah, that is actually I haven't decided yet, but I need to improve my English and tech skills and tech stacks. So I'm going to study about technology, and I want to explain it in English. I practice explaining technology something in English because it's important to develop my career. Yeah, I work at big tech, but I belong to Japanese team, so there is less opportunity to use English, but in order to develop my career, I needed to improve my English and needed to explain something in English efficiently. So in this stream, I will practice for it. And so I will focus on something for something helpful for my career, right? For example, how to design high traffic systems, or yeah, like that. Yeah. So from today I will start it. And also I have to improve my English speaking skills and vocabularies. Yeah. Until now, there is less time to practice focusing on English phrases, or yeah, I've just developed. So I want to I want to improve my English expressions. In the early of this stream series, I used to search, or I used to look up English phrases to be translated from what I want to say with ChatGPT. So I will go back to this that style. So reopen ChatGPT, and the shortcut is registered. So let me check it. Okay. So I can translate something immediately. Okay, so let's create a new directory, or I think this is good. Okay. This is my speaking practice history. So there are some phrases I've learned. And in this directory, okay. I will okay. I've created a new directory, tech. And I will go with this directory and write something in English. Today's date. I haven't decided what to learn today. What to learn today? Okay. Today I've learned about SSL, OpenSSL at work. So I will review it. OpenSSL or TLS handshake, or like that. For example, like this. But what? This is good contents. Seems to be a good contents. What happens in a TLS handshake? But today I've learned about TLS CA bundles. What is a CA bundles in? From the hosting provider. Okay, I will read this. But reading is not good. Not good. I prefer to speak in English. So before reading it, I will speak something about this title, and after speaking, I will review. I have AI review them. Okay, so I try to explain about this. What is a CA bundle in SSL and why is it important? Okay. CA bundle is a collection of informations about certificates that is used for TLS or SLS handshake. For TLS verification, the TLS clients need to know about valid certifications. So many of clients have built-in certifications. For example, in Linux, it have certificate files at a specific path. And when they try to establish connection with TLS, it uses them. And for verification, since there are a lot of servers and they have its own certificates. So there is need to so an efficient mechanism is needed. There is like there is a structure like a tree. So there is certificate authority. Called as root CA. That is authorized by a certain organization, and the root CAs can authorize that middle CA publish a new certifications. So like this way, the authority relations happens, and client is okay just to have a root CA certificate because the published certifications can be verified by the root CA. That is, you don't have to all of certifications. You just have root CA certifications. And let's talk about CA bundle. In my understanding, CA bundle contains root CA certifications in order to verify information in TLS handshake. To verify information that is sent by the server. Okay. This is my current English skills, so it's not good, so I will improve this. And also, I don't know this is the correct explanation, and I'm not confident about this part, so I will have AI check the correctness of English grammar and technical and the technical tech side, right? But this have a typo or the speech recognition is not correct sometimes, so I will check. CA bundle is a collection of information about certificates that is used for TLS, SSL, SLL, SSL, and shake. For TLS verification, clients need to know about valid certifications. Many of clients have built-in certifications. For example, in Linux, it have certificate files at a specific path, and when they try to establish connection with TLS, it uses them. For verification, since there are a lot of servers and they have its own certificates, so efficient mechanism is needed. There is a structure like a tree, so there is called as root CA. So there is that is authorized by certain I don't know how to call this organization. How to call? I don't know what is it. And our root CA can our root CA can authorize that middle CA publish a new certification. Publish new certifications. So like this way, that authority relations happens. Client is okay just to have a root CA certificate because root certificates because the published certifications can be verified by the root CA. That is, you don't have all, you don't need to have all of the certificates. You just have a root. You just have root CA certifications. And let's talk about CA bundle. In my understanding, CA bundle contains our certifications. Our CA bundle contains CA bundles in order to verify information that is sent by this server. I see. Okay. I will review your answer from two angles: English grammar and expression, how it sounds in spoken English, technical accuracy and clarity. Used during Many clients have built-in certificates. These certificates are stored in specific system paths. There is a certificate authority called root CA, which is trusted by certain organizations. The root CA can authorize immediate CAs to issue new certificates. So in this way, the trust relationship works, and the client only needs root CA certificates. In other words, you don't need every single certificate, just a root CA certificates. So a CA bundle is simply a collection of CA certificates that the client uses to verify the certificate chain presented by us. Technical review. CA bundle contains certificates from trusted CA certificate authorities. Clients use it to verify server certificates during root CA, and immediate CA hierarchy is important for trust. Clients don't need all certificates, just a trusted set of root, and sometimes intermediate CAs. Certifications versus certificates. Always say certificates. Certifications. Did I say certifications? Oh, okay. Certifications means not certificates. Okay. A CA bundle is usually a file, like CA certificates. Cert contains multiple trusted CA certificates. The server presents its certificate and possibly intermediate certificates. The client uses the CA bundle. Client uses the CA bundle to check if the chain leads back to a trusted. Without CA bundle, the client cannot validate the server certificate and the TLS connection will fail. A CA bundle is basically a file that contains multiple trusted CA certificates. During the TLS or SSL handshake, the client uses this bundle to check whether the server certificate is valid. Certificates are structured in a chain of trust. Root CAs in intermediate CAs, and then the server certificate. The client doesn't need to have every certificate, it just needs the root certificates because those can validate the intermediates. For example, in Linux, these trusted CA certificates are stored in a system path. When you connect to a server, your system checks the server's certificate against this CA bundle. If the chain leads back to a trusted root, the connection is allowed. If the chain leads back to trusted root, the connection is allowed. Without the CA bundle, the client can't verify the server's certificate and the handshake will fail. Do you want me restructure your original script? Okay, and I read this is a group of individual SSL certificates that are bundled together into a single file. This file ensures your web server has the latest security certificates for all of the certificate authorities it trusts. It's an essential part of setting up a SSL certificate on your server, so you need to make sure that you have the right one in order to properly configure and activate your SSL certificate. A CA bundle is a file containing multiple. So it can be intermediate SSL certificates of trusted CAs. It is used to this have audio.
This audio is sponsored by IP Info. Click our logo for free country and ASN data from the Internet Data Company. What is a CA bundle in SSL and why is it important? By Janki Mehta. A CA bundle, or Certificate Authority, CA bundle, is a group of individual SSL certificates that are bundled together into a single file. This file ensures your web server has the latest security certificates for all of the certificate authorities it trusts. It's an essential part of setting up an SSL certificate on your server, so you need to make sure that you have the right one in order to properly configure and activate your SSL certificate. What is CA bundle in SSL? A CA, Certificate Authority, bundle is a file containing multiple root and intermediate SSL certificates of trusted certificate authorities, CAs. It ISUSCD to verify the authenticity of SSL certificates presented by a web server during an SSL, TLS, Secure Sockets Layer, Transport Layer Security connection. The browser or client uses the CA bundle to verify the chain of trust from the website's SSL certificate up to a trusted root CA. Having a CA bundle helps to ensure that the SSL certificate being presented by a website is trusted and valid. Why is the CA bundle important? The CA bundle is important because it plays a crucial role in establishing trust in SSL, TLS connections. When a client, such as a web browser, connects to a server using SSL, TLS, the server presents its SSL certificate. The client then uses the CA bundle to verify that the certificate was issued by a trusted CA and that it has not been revoked. If the certificate can't be verified using the CA bundle, the client will typically display a warning or error message indicating that the connection cannot be trusted. This helps protect users from malicious actors who might try to impersonate legitimate websites and steal sensitive information such as passwords or credit card numbers. The CA bundle is important because it helps to ensure that SSL, TLS connections are secure and that users can trust the websites they interact with. How to get the CA bundle? There are several ways to get the CA bundle from the Certificate Authority, CA. Most certificate authorities, CAs, provide CA bundles that can be downloaded from their website. From the hosting provider. If you are using a hosting provider, they may have the CA bundle already installed on their servers and can provide it to you. From the operating system, many operating systems have a default list of trusted CAs, and their CA bundles can be found in the operating system certificate store. For example, in a Unix-based system, the CA bundle can typically be found in the etc. SSL certs directory. From a third-party source. There are also third-party sources that provide CA bundles, such as the curl project CA bundle, which is widely used and can be downloaded from their website. Regardless of where you get the CA bundle, it's important to verify the authenticity and integrity of the bundle to ensure that it has not been tampered with. This can be done by checking the CA's website for a checksum or hash of the CA bundle that can be compared to the one you have downloaded. How to create the CA bundle from CRT. A CA bundle can be created from multiple CRT certificate files by concatenating them into a single file. Here's the general process to create a CA bundle from CRT files. Obtain the CRT files. You will need to have the CRT files for all of the intermediate and root certificates that you want to include in the CA bundle. You can obtain these from the certificate authorities, CAs, that issued the certificates. Concatenate the CRT files. Using a text editor, combine the contents of all of the CRT files into a single file. Be sure to include the contents of the intermediate and root certificates in the correct order, starting with the intermediate certificates and ending with the root certificate. /. Save the file. Save the concatenated contents to a file with a CRT or PEM extension, which stands for Privacy Enhanced Mail. This file is now the CA bundle. Verify the CA bundle. Verify the CA bundle by checking the certificates in the file to ensure that they are all in the correct order and that none of the certificates are missing. /. It's important to note that the exact process for creating a CA bundle may vary depending on the tools and systems you're using. However, the basic steps of obtaining the CRT files, concatenating them, and verifying the CA bundle should be the same. You can also know the detailed difference between CER versus CRT files. Can I generate the CA bundle? Yes, you can generate a CA bundle, but it's important to understand that the process involves obtaining the necessary SSL certificates from trusted certificate authorities, CAs, and concatenating them into a single file. You cannot generate a CA bundle from scratch as it requires the inclusion of trusted root and intermediate certificates issued by recognized CAs. Once you have obtained the necessary certificates, you can follow the above to create the CA bundle by concatenating the certificates and verifying their authenticity in correct order. It's also worth noting that some hosting providers, certificate authorities, and operating systems may provide pre-generated CA bundles that you can use, which can save you time and effort compared to generating your own. Final thoughts. In conclusion, to ensure success and avoid any unexpected errors, it is vital to understand the role of CA bundle within SSL certificate setup. A CA bundle adds an extra layer of security and trustworthiness, therefore should always be included when installing an SSL certificate on a server. By understanding the concept and importance of a CA bundle, the overall configuration will go much smoother. Thank you for listening to this HackerNoon story, read by Artificial Intelligence. Visit hackerNoon.com to read, write, learn, and publish.
Okay. Okay, I understand. Hosting provider. And it needed to be the correct order, starting with the immediate intermediate certificates and end with the root certificate. I didn't know that. It's important to know that the exact process of creating CA bundle may vary depending on the tools and systems you are using. However, the basic steps of obtaining these files, concatenating them, and verify the CA bundle should be the same. You can also know the detailed difference between SAR and CERT. SAR. What is the SAR? Oh, gosh. What is a SAR? Okay. I understand almost all. But the important think is to be able to explain it in my words. So I will retry. Check, review my English collection. Information used during the years and check. It has certificate built in. But to be accurate, they can be provided by CA or hosting provider or third-party source, and it can be checked in CA's website for checksum or hash of the CA bundle. And the CA bundle contains the middle CA, intermediate CA, right? Intermediate certificates. Certificates. And CA bundle is a file containing multiple trusted CA certificates. It can contain intermediate and root certificates. Can I make a structure, sentence structure? What is a CA bundle? What is a CA bundle? CA bundle. And TLS. About TLS and certificates. Okay. Certificates. Certificates. certificates and certificates. So both of them are called as certificates, right? Because CA bundle is a file containing multiple root and intermediate SSL certificates. So this information is in client side, and it is used to verify the authenticity of the certificates presented by a web server during which is the certificates. Certificates. They are both called certificates, server certificates. Oh. In usual, the client side those are actually certificates, really. A root CA is itself a certificate. The difference is root CA certificates are self-signed and pre-installed in the client's operating system and browser. They don't identify a single server or user. Instead, they act as a trusted anchors to verify other certificates. So in everyday terms, server certificate, root CA certificate identified as certificate authority. CA bundle on the client a collection of these trusted CA certificates. That means the client does have certificates, but they are CA certificates, not okay. Normally the client doesn't have its own certificate. The client doesn't have its own certificate. Normally the client doesn't have its own certificate. Instead, it has a list of trusted root CA certificates which can be installed with operating system or browser. These root CA certificates are used to check whether the server certificate can be trusted. Okay, I understand. So server okay. I will. What is a CA bundle in SSL and why is it important? Let's go. Okay. A CA bundle is a file that contains root and intermediate CA certificates. That is used for TLS connections. TLS is a protocol for secure connections and that verifies who the server is. To verify in TLS handshake process, the server presents its certificates to the client, and client need to verify its certificates. To do that, the client use the CA bundle that contains root and immediate CA certificates. This is a cool mechanism because there is a lot of servers and they have its own server certificates. It's not cool to have all of server certificates in client. There is a structure like a chain of trust. So root CA can authorize that the immediate CA issue a new certificates. So and the server certificates can be verified by the CA that have issued the certificates. So yeah, I mean that is the chain of the trust. So the client just needed to have root CA certificates and intermediate certificates. They don't need to have all of server certificates. And those informations are collected into a CA bundle file. Yeah, that is a reason why it is important. The client can use it to verify which server is valid or not. And additionally, the CA bundle can CA certificates can be obtained by CA website or can be pre-installed in operating systems or browser. When you get CA certificates, you can check it if it is valid with checksum on CA websites. That's it. File that contains a root and the intermediate CS certificate that is used for TLS connections. TLS is a protocol for secure connections, and that verifies who the server is. To verify TLS handshake process the server to verify TLS TLS handshake process, the server presents the certificates to the client, and the client need to verify its certificates. To do that, the client uses the CA bundle that contains root and intermediate CA certificates. This is cool mechanic. This sentence is not good. Cool mechanism. Cool mechanism. Mechanism. Mechanism because this is a cool mechanism because they don't need to have all of server certificates. There are a lot of servers and they have its own server certificates, although trust. So the clients just need to have a root C certificate. They don't need to have all of the server certificates. And the informations are collected into CA bundle file. That is the reason why it is important. The client can use it to verify which is valid or not. And in addition, this server can CA certificate can be obtained by CA website or operating system. When you get the CA certificate, you can check if it is about it is okay. Okay. During the TLS handshake, the server presents its certificate to the client and the client needs to verify it. To do that, the client uses the CA bundle, which contains root and intermediate CA certificates. This is a smart mechanism because the client doesn't need every single server certificate. There are many servers out there and each has its own certificate. So our roots and the intermediates can issue server certificates. So yeah, that's what I call the chain of trust. So yeah, that's what we call chain of trust. The client only needs root CS certificates and sometimes intermediate ones. And all of this information is collected in the CA bundle file. That's why. CA certificates can come from the CA's website or they can be provided by operating systems rather. When you download a CA certificate manually, you can verify its validity using a checksum provided on the CA's website. Okay. Spelling. Usually the client only needs root CA in its bundle. Intermediates can be included in the bundle, but server often provide them during the handshake. Can be included in the bundle, but servers often provide them during the handshake. I see. So the server provides to the client for intermediate CA certificates, and the client can check the intermediate can check the chain of the trust. Maybe I guess the server provides server certificates and intermediate CA certificates, and client have only CA certificates, root CA certificates, but the client have server certificates and intermediate CA certificates and root CA certificates. So the client can check the chain of the trust structure. They don't need to have all server certificates. Correct idea, but say clearly. The client doesn't store every server certificates. Instead, it relies on the CA bundle. Okay. CA bundle is a file that contains root and intermediate CA certificates, and it's used in TLS connections. TLS is a protocol for secure communication that verifies the server identity. During the TLS handshake, the server presents its certificate to the client, and the client verifies it using the CA bundle. This works through a chain of trust. Root CA can authorize intermediate CAs, and those intermediates can issue server certificates. So the client doesn't need to have every single server certificate. It just needs the trusted root CA certificates and sometimes intermediate ones. All of these trusted certificates are collected in the CA bundle file. That's why it's so important. The client uses it to check whether the server's certificate is valid or not. In addition, CA certificates are usually distributed by operating system or browsers, but you can also download them directly from a CA's website and verify their checksum to make sure they are valid. Good. Okay. That's it. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.